Say have fun in your podcast.
Fun in your podcast.
Say I love you.
I love you.
What's going on out there? It's the Negro Rogging Podcast, I-70 Connect. Oh shit, it's actually the Negro Rogging Podcast, not just the Negro Podcast. I got my man Frank in the motherfucking house. 30 pieces of AG. Another half of the I-70 Connect. Also got my man coming in. He like, fuck it, I ain't doing no work. Fuck everybody. Got my man Joe Jeff come in for us on this, as he call it, a nooner. I am sipping some brown liquor because it's my day off, and that's what I do on my day off. I'm a fucking adult. I drink what I want. But anyway, what's going on, Frank?
It was good. Was good. This is 30 Pieces, aka Patient Zero. I'm back.
Nigga, back from the land of the dead, dog.
Y'all quarantine, huh?
Hey, dog, that nigga called me. Dog, I could feel the sweat through the phone. He like, I don't know what happened, nigga. I just started shaking. Nigga. I said, nigga, did you happen to recently buy a monkey? Did Jamie happen to buy a pet monkey for young Logan? Cause you got that shit, nigga.
It was just I don't know what it was really, man. It just I think because the allergies been really bad, so and I stopped taking my allergy medicine back in October, so
yeah.
I think the doctor he just wants to know what what's actually causing it. So if it's actually seasonal allergies or if I have to take that shit year round or whatnot, but
right. Like I said, I got my man Joe Jeff. What's going on, man?
What's happening, Cap?
Shit, chilling. You know, chilling. Damn, dog. I almost did it, dog. I almost did some old black man shit, dog. Like, how you? There's something that black people do, dog. Like, they just say them the most fantastic shit when you like, "What's up, man?" Like the other day, I was at the job. There's a black dude. He was getting some water. I was like, "Hey," he's like, "What's up? What's up, pal?" I was like, "What's up, man?" He said, "Oh, man, you know it's slow most, but it's better than almost." You know what I'm saying? I was like, I have no idea what the fuck that means, but it sounds fantastic, dog. And it's something that only niggas do, dog. Like real niggas. It's to him. He probably thought he was being like Sons do or some shit, dog. Like I just said the most philosophical thing ever and put it on this young nigga's head. Slow, it's slow. It's almost, but slow mo is better than almost. Nigga, I didn't know what to do.
That's like whole money is slow money, but it's show money.
Show money. Oh, you know. Oh, what's that? American Pimp? Oh man, you know, I'm just trying to eat the same soup. You know, it's reheated, but you know what I'm saying. Same soup, but reheated. Like,
man, it's just crazy.
I'm gonna start doing that to the white people I work with, dog. See what happens.
Oh man.
Matter of fact, now I'm biting Dave Chappelle shit. Dave Chappelle, he had that skit about that shit. We'll zip it up and zip it out.
Zippity doo dah.
Zippity doo dah. Bye, Dave. Hey, Frank, what are you doing, dog? Are you building a dick? You just look at that screen, dog. What's happening?
Oh no, I'm just looking at the screen, listening to you guys though.
Oh, okay. You had the wonderment of a child. I didn't know if it was like some balls bouncing on the screen or what was happening over there.
No, I just want to make sure all this audio is being captured, though. That's really it.
Now, Frank swear he don't fuck with none of his controls or his knobs. But every time we get on, and this is what Joe was your third or fourth time. Second and third time getting on with Frank. Every time That nigga get on, start twisting buttons and pushing buttons. Like, I swear to God, I ain't changed nothing. I ain't changed nothing.
We're gonna get the polygraph out next time.
But nah.
That's fine.
But,
Hey, but hold
hey,
on though. Just talking about what you were saying that I like. That your greeting was gonna be some like black man shit, whatever. But so the other day I saw some shit I think on Instagram or Twitter, and it was something in reference to, you know, like when you talk to your boys or whatever, and only dudes do this shit. I mean, on the Twitter it says niggas, you know, whatever. But only dudes say it is when you call them, you say, "Hey, what you doing?" Shit, followed by whatever the hell they're actually doing.
yeah, that does happen. Shit, you know what I'm saying, man? Nigga just sitting here, the kids, nigga. So you are doing something.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I caught myself with my brother doing that shit. He calls me, he's like, "What you doing?" None. He at the bowling alley bowling with my boys and shit.
So you are doing. Okay, wait a minute. Would you like to retract your previous statement? Hey, so hey, speaking of bowling, how that shit go?
Man, this weekend it fucking sucked, bro. I'm sore as fuck. That's why I took the day off today too, man. And it wasn't. I mean, I felt good. It's just sometimes you throw the ball the best you can. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you only can control what you can't control. Sometimes the pins don't fall, and it makes absolutely no sense how these pins bounce around or whatnot. So sometimes you see the ball go
I think they adhere to the laws of physics.
I don't know.
So, sometimes I don't know.
Because sometimes I'm like, how the hell did I hit the head pin, but the head pin stayed up? It's like, what happened there? So
Yeah,
no, we did all right. I mean, we're not gonna cash in on anything, so. But
yeah, I feel you.
yeah,
Did it say you was playing at K-State?
Hmm?
Did it say you were playing at K-State?
No, it's a Kansas State Bowling Association that puts it on.
Oh, I put Kansas State together in my mind, and I'm thinking Wildcats.
This nigga playing for the enemy.
I like this nigga drove out to fucking Manhattan to bowl. I was like, what's that about? I get it now.
I mean, I am a K-State fan, more so than.
Nigga, you a K-State fan because your wife went to K-State, nigga.
Yeah.
You probably won't hear that shit.
I remember them days that they were good though. So I mean, they had a black quarterback. He was doing good. I forgot his name. So
come on, dog. How you can't be a Florida State fan and a K-State fan?
No, I'm through and through FSU, but I like K-State. You know what I mean? In the state.
No, that'd be like me, just cause just cause Maury graduated from KU, and boo, nigga, and I'm clapping and laughing when them niggas lost in the Final Four, nigga.
Yeah.
And
yeah, but that's a different relationship, though. You know what I'm saying?
So
Mizzou and KU are actual rivals. Now, if
I get that, but dog, my squad is my squad.
Yeah,
I be like, yeah, my old lady, my wife or whatever, she went to school there, and I hope them niggas lose too. I don't want nobody's record to be better than my squad's record, nigga.
No, that's true. Also, I did like the fact that FSU beat Missouri in the opening round.
Yeah, y'all beat the shit out of us too.
It is.
Hey, you saw me on the bracket. I pulled for FSU regardless. And
I feel you though, but y'all niggas is home just like us when it's all said and done. So just like James is on here. We got a Final Four. Like, okay, that's where we at now, nigga. We celebrating Final Fours. Yeah, nigga, I'm talking about you when you hear this, nigga.
He got his feelings hurt too, though. That was one of my favorite podcasts.
He gets Carl Thomas, dog. He's not talking about KU, dog. He gets. I get emotional.
No, but then 10 meters. I went in on 10 meters, bro. When talking about he had what was it? Not the Joker, but he said that somebody was the villain, the best villain or whatever.
Yeah.
I think he said Bane.
He said Bane. He said Bane was.
Yeah.
Like,
everybody's like,
no,
was he really though?
I damn near almost fucking hit my speakers, bro. I was listening.
Really though?
I was in the kitchen. I was like, bro, come on, dog. You gonna hate on the Joker, dog? Like,
like I said before, he was the most I mean, he's acted the Joker, but like to a lot of people, he had like I think he had more quotables.
Dog, you
But
crazy though,
Joker
man.
had some lines
mean,
too though.
Cause you and Joe over here was like, yo, with like why so serious?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
No. I mean that monologue he had with like they brought up the monologue he had when they had arrested him and he was having the fucking little chit chat with
dog,
fucking
that shit was epic, though.
Batman. Yeah. Dog, but like Bane opened it up, dog, with the high fire, dog. Like wondering why you would shoot the man before throwing him out of a plane, shit like that, dog.
I'm gonna have to prepare
like,
something though.
No, brother, like the fire, we will rise. As he kicks his homeboy out the motherfucking plane, nigga. Like you got to go, nigga.
Yeah, it'll be nice to do, to get everybody back on and just discuss different villains. Like, I mean, and defend your position. I still go against.
Dog, that fucking scene. Like I said, like I said, I don't think Bane is the best, but I understand if somebody wants to say that. But I understand you might catch some heat rounds too, nigga, by saying that. But that scene, nigga, when they was fighting under the armory, nigga, and that motherfucker Bane was like, I'm not even trying to fight you. I'm gonna get these bars off first. Then I'm gonna break your back, nigga. Then I'm gonna show your ass what we've been doing all this time, nigga. Right. What? Like, nigga, you fight like a younger man, nigga.
Yeah.
Basically, you have no skill. You just throwing punches, nigga.
But then you did hit him with the.
Let's not rest on ceremony.
But then you did hit him with the cheat code though. That you take his mask off, and all of a sudden you could just beat him with a toothpick.
And that's the thing that pissed me off, dog. Like, okay, this nigga then jumped out of planes, fucking fought this nigga hand-to-hand combat, and this nigga a lucky punch in, knock his mask off, and all of a sudden he turned into motherfucking Pookie from motherfucking goddamn New Jack City. Ooh, you like, nigga, what? I was just like, boo, nigga. And then on top of that, this nigga died by getting shot by the Catwoman.
He said, hold on. He said, what would happen if we knock your mask off? It will be very painful.
Very painful.
For you.
He turned to a bitch.
Nah, he switched that. He said it'll be very painful for you.
Yeah.
Nigga, I don't know, man.
I mean, the motherfucking the monologue he had at the motherfucking stadium, my nigga, calm yourselves. Yeah. Sit down.
I mean, it'll be kind of nice to revisit that one day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we should do that.
I actually wrote a paper on the Joker from the Dark Knight. About that shit, man. I went for, because the way that I was thinking about it, especially when 10 meters says something about it, it's like, hold on, you're crazy, dog. Like, I think the dynamics between the Joker and Batman are so interrelated that you can't really have one without the other. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's where I took offense. I mean, Bane is the thing about Bane. Bane was so brash about it, and like he had no fucks to give. Like there was, if they were gonna fight, they were just gonna fight. There was no fucking 10-minute, soliloquy.
Well, Joker he like the game. He like foreplay, dog. He like a little foreplay. Yeah. I'm gonna gas a few niggas over here. I'm gonna gas a few hoes over here. I'm gonna have some Joker grenades over here, and then we'll fight. And right before you kick my ass, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna do something, nigga.
That'd be awesome, man. I like to see what the, but then I also thought about the other villains and the other Batmans. I don't really care about the other Batmans, but I could appreciate them. But the
way they treated him though was like that's the issue. I mean, like they didn't hold true to the way they do to in the comic book. Yeah. When Mr. Freeze is, I mean, all of those guys are a problem in the comic books, but they for the most part, all could use their own movie, but you try to make a movie and lump them all in together, and then they try to fucking basically make a fucking League of Doom, you know what I'm saying, and all in a 2-hour span. Of course, everybody gonna come out looking like fuck boys.
But the other one that I kind of liked and I appreciated too was Jim Carrey's the villain that Jim Carrey played.
The Riddler?
The Riddler, yeah.
And but the Riddler, that nigga's in the comic book, that nigga's a beast too, though. Yeah. But I'm saying, you kind of get treated like they got treated like side pieces on February 13th, nigga. You know what I'm saying? They got a couple of gifts and a little bit of your time, nigga. And then it's like tomorrow, you know you ain't gonna hear from me. You know what I'm saying?
For the record, the views of Roger Winston do not reflect the views of everybody in the Nicaraguan podcast
Side pieces
for the
on
side pieces.
February.
Hey,
Nor
February
do we
13th,
acknowledge that we have
I'm
side
all
pieces
yours,
for
boo.
February
But then
13th.
you know tomorrow. Bitch don't be sending me no.
We like to know here from all the staff members of Nicaraguan. We like to know that Winston likes to say, "Side pieces, know your place."
Know your role.
Yeah.
Know your role. Hey, but speaking of that though, we was talking about it beforehand, and Joe sent this kind of I guess a decent segue. We got a nice segue for once. Thanks, Joe. Into this it was on GameSpot, I believe. Every Marvel movie ranked from worst to best. Now we won't go all into it because
let's go all in. Fuck it.
nah,
We ain't got
nigga,
nothing else
it'll
to
lead.
talk about.
It's just gonna lead to just madness. So I'm gonna just say the top. The what they have is the top four and laugh. Well, Black Panther, debatable, but then you got Spider-Man #2, the original Iron Man, followed by Logan as what they think as the top four Marvel movies. What y'all think about that?
Hey man, I'm telling you, I watched the first Spider-Man probably, and I think I watched the second Spider-Man, and then I was like, I'm done with Spider-Man. So if that's the #2 movie of all time, that's the motherfucker that got me out the Spider-Man franchise.
Now, they got Spider-Man 2 in front of Avengers Civil War and Avengers Age of Ultron.
You mean Captain America Civil War? Yeah.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, I said Avengers. My bad. Captain America.
Mm-hmm.
And now, like we talked about it on the last episode. Like everybody, I think everybody who said it that we didn't have it all like 1, 2, 3. Well, our top five all consisted of Black Panther. I think at least I think you did. Did you say Civil War or Winter Soldier?
I kind of kept out of it. If I had to say something, I did like the first Iron Man.
I did like it, but I enjoyed it. But to say it's better than Civil War or Winter Soldier, that's saying a lot.
I feel you on Civil War. I was just saying to
yeah, we talking about it.
Yeah,
like, I don't remember none of that shit.
I don't even remember fucking Winter Soldier. I was like, oh, okay.
You said all I remember is that nigga had that arm and he looked like a problem.
I was like, hey, look. After that, I don't remember what he did. You know who he talked to, and hey. So
yeah, because you didn't remember that the scene with Sam Jax. That's when you first seen the Winter Soldier. Cause that nigga roll up on the street. He had that little grenade launcher. And he flipped Sam Jack's car over, and then the whole thing is them trying to get Sam Jack's out that car, and then he escaped. Out, he got some little torch that opens up that cuts through the door and cuts through the street. He escapes in the tunnel under the streets. I mean, of course, I like gave the Cliff Notes version of that scene, but yeah, I feel you.
I mean, it's disposable, nigga. I don't know.
I'm gonna say, whoever did this list, though, I think they are really big fans of Spider-Man.
They had to be, because I'm telling you, I'm through with the franchise. Really,
that like I said, that Spider-Man Homecoming was pretty nice.
Yeah. Spider-Man Homecoming was really good. Yeah, and I'm wondering what they're gonna do with because Disney's supposed to launch the what's the other one?
The Avengers.
No. They're gonna do the animated version, the Miles Morales version of Spider-Man. And to answer your question, because you were in the last podcast, you guys discussed like who's gonna get it in the Infinity Wars, and there's a lot of talk about Bucky. I mean not Bucky, Captain America getting the axe, just because Bucky actually becomes the Captain America, the new Captain America. So
right, but there is also a thing of people speculating that Bucky becomes the white wolf as far as like in the world of the Wakanda.
Yeah, but that's I'm a, like I said, I mean people say if they stick to I don't know if they haven't really stuck to the actual like the storyline or whatever, but if they're
Yeah,
gonna introduce like
they stick to the
new
storyline,
storylines.
and Guardians of the Galaxy is fucking Drax to the destroyer finds Thanos and kills him in a matter of minutes.
Yeah. So, but no, I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, if Captain America goes, I think if he goes, then I think Bucky's gonna be primed to. It's either Bucky's gonna be the White Wolf, and then what's the other black guy from? Is it Hawkeye? What? Not Hawkeye. Is it Hawkeye?
Hawkeye, the black guy.
Hawkeye.
No.
Hawkeye.
The
Talking about
Hawkeye.
the black guy.
yeah, the one that
Talking
flies.
about the one that wears the
No, not Hawkeye.
That's
Falcon.
not Hawkeye.
Something.
There's
Something.
Falcon, and there's the other one that wears the Iron Man suit. He's because
Not
But
Don
you talking
Cheadle.
about
Not Don
from
Cheadle.
the Civil War series, right? From the Captain America series. That's Falcon, right?
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah, the
it's
one.
Falcon.
Anthony Mackie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
him. So, but he could go into being
Hold on, dog. Did you call Falcon Hawkeye, nigga?
What the fuck is
my bad. That's a tank right there.
Hey, but hold on. Nah, even worse. Did you just say the black man was gonna be the new Captain America?
He could be because
Nigga, they will burn the fucking whole
Nah, but-
studio
But
down.
because
peep game, though,
there is an arch in the Marvel universe where Captain America is black,
yeah,
but it's like a
That
less
ain't gonna happen.
it's very a lesser known arch in that. Yeah,
Nigga,
white people will be out burning.
Donald Trump is your
right
president. That shit ain't gonna happen.
no,
Man.
yeah, because there is. I was listening to the Say Something Nice podcast, and the boys went into that about Captain America. The first Captain America was a black man, because that's they did experiments on black folks before they did them on the regular population, what they call regular population. You know what I mean? And he was a success, but I mean this was before World War One Captain America. You know what I mean?
The first one was exposed to gamma rays, or the first one called Captain America. He might have Captain America's ability. They didn't call that motherfucker Captain America.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, they didn't call him by name. They call him,
They called him nigga boy.
Right.
But anyway, but even then,
Call that nigga Jesse Owens. That's what.
but this they're gonna do the Miles Morales introduction in the animated film they're gonna release later on this year, which that's where you'll have and I don't know, I'll read up more of the Miles Morales. Basically, is going to be like the black kid that is not gonna inherit the Spider-Man skills, but he's gonna have similar powers. They're gonna be more heightened, and he's gonna be a little bit better. And he actually takes over the role of Spider-Man because somehow some Spider-Man dies, and the theory is that he's gonna die.
It takes place
Infinity Wars
in the
Part
future 2. In a different time arc, whatever. But you start getting the comic books, man. That's what all of them are. It's like you start having they're talking about the Black Captain America. Like they got all these different versions of Earth where there are the same superheroes, but they exist differently. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no,
so you start getting into all these arcs
doing
too.
that shit. They have the different. DC's doing that shit.
Well, DC been doing that shit for a while too, but so has they all been doing it. But it's just the way to expand the brand and write different storylines, because you only can have this motherfucker fight one dude for so long until you change it. Oh, you know what we'll do? We'll say there's all these different galaxies, all these different possibilities, and on this whatever planet Earth, there's a black Captain America, whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? So yeah.
To be honest, looking at this ranking, I wouldn't put any of the X-Men movies top 10. I mean, I appreciate it, but I wouldn't put them in the top 10.
I don't know. Like I said, the only one I would hear as far as top 10 is Logan.
Yeah, it looked like no. I mean, that's my boy's name, and I love Wolverine. I'm a Wolverine fan, but
have you seen Logan?
Huh?
Have you seen it?
I've seen it. I don't like it.
Man, what?
No, it wasn't good, man. It wasn't good. I mean, I see what they're gonna do. Again, that's gonna be they're ending one what do you call it? They're ending one storyline, and they're gonna feed into the young X-Men or what are they gonna be called? Whatever the next group of X-Men are gonna be called.
Don't get me. I'm not that deep into it. All I know is that you're crazy. That Logan was good, bro.
I don't know, bro. I mean, I don't like seeing. I have a picture of what Wolverine's supposed to be like, And
Yeah, but that's the whole. But that arc right there is like,
and shit,
I
and I'm like,
I
hold
would
up,
tell
bro.
you go read the old. They got it's like a 10-part series, like old man Wolverine, whatever. That's the saga. Go
Yeah.
read that, dog, and that gives you a lot of detail and what that movie was about, and you probably have a better appreciation for it.
I mean, I do. I think it's just the reason why I appreciate it is because none of these characters. I mean, it sets you up to understand that there's gonna be after Infinity Wars 2, there's a setup of like the new mutants that are gonna come in, the new groups, and they had to close out Wolverine. They had to because he's gonna make way and Professor X because he's gotta leave too, and Magneto's gonna take over all the new mutants or whatever, be the head guy for all the mutants or whatever. But I don't know. I mean, I don't like seeing him. I think, but I wouldn't be. It was a good movie, but I wouldn't put it a great movie. I wouldn't put top 10 though.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, so what would you? I mean, yeah, we're not gonna get into
And
all
look,
that.
and
All I'm
gonna
gonna say is fuck whatever racist boy fucking dare to put Blade anything higher than the first two Blades, anything higher than 20.
Okay, so I remember watching Blade. I didn't realize he was a Marvel character.
That's the thing, though.
I didn't either.
He didn't, and they downplay that shit, but they liked him checks though.
What was it? I'm still looking for Stan Lee in the Blade movies.
But I don't think it. I mean, of course, that wasn't really like a Stan Lee production type thing, but he was just another Marvel character, a less known Marvel character in the Marvel universe.
I don't know. I wouldn't put him down there. So
it's kind of like Ghost Rider. Was Stan Lee in Ghost Rider?
He might have been.
I don't think he was. But it's a lesser known Marvel character.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But of course they put I mean, he wasn't horrible, but he has gotten horrible as far as his acting. Nicolas Cage, barely acting ass.
So they got Spider-Man 2 on here? That's number 2?
Yeah, dog. I mean, Spider-Man 2 was pretty decent, but that first one, like I said in the last episode, man, Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire, dog, just too emo for me.
Okay, yeah. Look, listen, the Spider-Mans before paved the way for the movies that we have now, because you got to think
they got Fantastic Four, Rise of the Silver Surfer tied with the first Blade, nigga, at 35, nigga.
No.
The caucasity.
The
caucasity of it all, dog.
No. That's Caucasian audacity.
Mixed together, nigga.
Wait, but isn't Silver Surfer supposed to be that's
POC? Caucasity.
What?
Isn't Silver Surfer supposed to be a POC?
I don't think so. I mean, he was voiced by a black dude. They all make him just like Darth Vader was voiced by a black dude. He wasn't no nigga that took that mask off.
Nah, he took that mask off. He was all of.
He looked like my motherfucking shop teacher.
Hey, but I would argue Black Panther being number 1. I mean, I wouldn't put it.
It's the hot.
One.
It's the hot shit right now, and I ain't gonna be mad if you put that as your number 1.
Nah, I mean you gotta let that shit have some time, man. Because like for some of them old movies, I don't know. I think part of it is that we remember what happened recently, and so therefore we get excited about that. And Blade is what 15, 20 years old or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's old as shit. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I think they probably forgot about some of the buzz and everything that went on with that, but I think you gotta get some time before you can properly rank.
I mean,
and
Blade gave birth to all them bullshit underworld movies, priest movies, Legion movies. That shit wasn't no shit out like that until Blade hit and grew hot. And then you had all these motherfucking Lycan versus vampire movies and shit, dog. Man, they kiss my ass. They kiss my ass for real.
But yeah, I wouldn't put that. I don't know what the hell. I think they were trying to do this shit just to get a click on the website. Because Doctor Strange is not at 11 though. Doctor Strange
is up there, dog. I'm sorry.
Not for top. Not if you're going. Look, if you're going,
he top 15.
Look, you're not gonna. Well, first of all, Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I would put Guardians of the
Galaxy
Galaxy
2 wasn't better no goddamn Doctor Strange.
Man, it was way better. Way better.
Shit. The first one was better. The second one was not better, dog. I ain't sat through and watched the
Dog,
whole
you hating on the
motherfucking
second
thing.
one, dog. Hey,
The second
the second one
one
was
ain't
good,
that
dog. For what
good.
it was,
It's
was
not
good,
that
dog.
good, bro.
The storyline, the tie-ins, and then the length of it, and then the way it was shot.
Nigga,
Everything was good.
You put
Doctor Strange
the length of a movie as far as a good thing about it, nigga. What?
But I'm just saying, in comparison, the way it looks, the way it was directed, the way it was written, and the storyline, Doctor Strange to me was a
not
fucking
better
bore,
than
dog.
Doctor Strange,
It took me
bro.
like
I'm
4 or
sorry.
5 times to watch that shit because I took naps, dog.
That's fine. I haven't finished. At least you finished it. I haven't finished Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I haven't finished it.
You have no reason to put it on Netflix.
It's on Netflix.
I get it. I'm saying
You got the day off.
I'm saying it's not that good. That's my point.
You crazy,
Yeah.
dog. You wilding, dog. You look. I agree with you a lot of the times, but
Doctor Strange is much better, bro.
I don't know, dog. I think Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is gonna live the test of time, dog. And I think that's what. Nah, Doctor Strange.
Okay.
Nah, it wasn't.
Okay.
I don't know.
I mean, but here's where I'm at though, man. I feel this is, I'm a lay person. I don't be delving into the comics, but
Yeah.
I don't see Doctor Strange nor Guardians of the Galaxy nor half of them other things getting in front of Avengers,
No, it should be.
Ultron. You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
The core ones. You know what I'm saying? Like the Iron Man series, the Captain America series, even the Black Panther one. I feel like those are the core ones. You know what I'm saying?
And to make you mad, Frank, Ant-Man was better than the fucking second Guardians of the Galaxy. Nigga.
Oh, you wilding, dog. You smacking heavy on
Ant-Man was better than the second one, nigga. What?
Heavy on that shit. You just hating, dog.
You hate it right now, nigga. You hate because there's a Hispanic character in there. You hating on your people, nigga. You a self-hating Hispanic man.
What are you talking about?
The Ant-Man, nigga. The Mexican cat. That's his sidekick. Nigga, you don't even know the movie. You hating on it.
I watch it, though, but it was Ant-Man, dog. It's not a...
Nigga, this Guardians of the Galaxy something you didn't know about until you went to the movies. What are you talking about?
I like Guardians of the Galaxy too. I'll rewatch that shit.
So you knew who Drax the Destroyer was before you went to watch that movie?
What?
You knew who Drax the Destroyer was, his background, before you went to watch that movie?
Part 2, yeah, I already knew.
No, nigga, the first one. The first one, nigga.
One, nah, they introduced me to the characters.
That's what I'm saying. But you said it's Ant-Man, like, nigga, like, didn't nobody know about these motherfuckers, none of these characters except for people like, I guess, like when I was a fat little nerd like myself, used to read comic books.
Ant-Man is in the Spider-Man world.
No, he's not.
Yes,
Ant-Man was going to be, he was going to be part of the original Avengers, but he was beating his wife, nigga. Okay. Read the comic books.
All right.
Ant-Man.
Didn't they say the Wasp was the one? Didn't they say the Wasp was the one who named the Avengers? I felt like I read that somewhere.
Yeah. If you go back to the old comic books, the original dude who was Ant-Man, Hank Pym or whatever the fuck, before the Avengers came to be, they wanted him to come on and be part of the Avengers. But this nigga was putting his hand on his wife. Captain America went over there and broke that nigga up until came back and said he can't be part of shit, which also led to the invention of Ultron with motherfucking Iron Man. Because Hank Pym whatever said, well, I'm going to get my own group together. So he built this artificial intelligence which came to be known as Ultron. Did you know about that?
No.
Okay.
The more you know.
I'm just hey, I need that star. Do do do. I'm just saying, dog. Like it's like, but Ant-Man, he's probably in some comic book he's probably been in Spider-Man. But you go back to the original Avengers and shit. Before the Avengers came to be, Hank Pym, I probably pronounced his name wrong, but all them niggas was fucking trying to come together and form the Avengers.
Yeah, whatever, sure.
Like, whatever.
Going back to this list, though, I mean, I think there's holes in this list.
Like yada yada yada.
Whatever you talking about.
Shit, nigga. I'm just saying.
Yeah, there's holes in this list, though. I mean,
I'm just saying you made it sound like Ant-Man, like nigga, it's Ant-Man, nigga, it's the Guardians of the Galaxy. Nobody know about no goddamn Star-Lord.
True, that's true.
I ain't gonna lie, I didn't know about Star-Lord, but I knew about motherfucking Drax the Destroyer and shit like that because I read some of the Infinity Gauntlet series before. I couldn't get through all that shit. It was like 100 some odd fucking comic books, nigga. spread throughout the motherfucking Marvel universe.
So what about Thor Ragnarok? I mean, what'd you think about that one? Have you watched it yet?
Who?
Thor Ragnarok.
I like that shit.
Yeah, I just rented it for the first time the other day. Actually,
I like that shit. It's much after that Dark World shit, nigga. They had nowhere to go but up. That Dark World shit was trash, nigga. It needed to be in the 40s.
Damn.
No,
this is what I like though. I like, okay, it's a comic book movie. Yes, there are love stories in comic books that are part of a side thing. Like, yeah, Spider-Man got what's his boo? Normally his boo in the comic books. God damn it.
Louis Lane?
Mary Jane.
Wait, Spider-Man?
But she ain't the centerpiece of the fucking comic. So when you try to make this fucking love connection the centerpiece of a movie in a comic book movie, it's gonna be trash, dog. They try to do that shit with Dark World. On top of that, oh girl, I forget her name. She's not a good actress. So on top, I'm like, I hope this bitch die. So we ain't gotta see her no more. My bad. If I make somebody mad, my bad. The bitch ain't good. Ain't none of y'all missed her since she been dead, nigga. Since she been gone.
No, because she's been on Stranger Things though. So.
Say what?
She played a good role on Stranger Things. So.
Who?
She's the female character in Stranger Things, the mom of the kid.
I'm gonna look that up, dog.
Yeah, dog.
Hold on, nigga. I think
It might be another tank though, but I'm fairly.
Hold on, dog. I'm gonna have to.
You talking about Thor? You talking about?
We're gonna have to investigate this, right? Dog. Huh?
You talking about Thor's love interest, right?
Yeah, Natalie Portman, right?
Yeah. I was about to say Natalie Portman. I thought.
Wait, wasn't she in the Stranger Things? She was the mom.
I'm looking this up, dog. I think you're thinking of. It's not Natalie Portman who was in Stranger Things.
Damn. Dog.
I'm gonna get on here and do the IMDb thing. Stranger Things. You might be right, dog. Maury keeps telling me that I'm horrible about white women because I'm like, I don't know their names, and then sometimes they all.
Yeah, it's Natalie Portman, dog.
I said, all right, nigga, you might be right.
I'm about to say, yo. Yeah, I'm bad with people's names too, so.
Hold on, wait a minute. I'm looking up Thor Dark World, nigga.
Hey, bottom line, Marvel's just doing it, dog. Marvel's just they're just doing it.
You see this that was Natalie Portman, nigga. Okay, hold on. Nigga, that's why on the writer, dog.
Oh, Winona Ryder? Whatever.
Nigga, I knew you. How you gonna say, yeah, it was Natalie Portman, nigga, like you looked it up?
It's close enough. They both
they look alike, dog. All white women look alike, dog.
Natalie Ryder.
You give her a guitar, all the acoustic is gonna sound
Natalie Portman got blonde hair, nigga.
You give her a guitar and the acoustics sound the same, though.
Shit.
Fuck it.
You trash.
But anyway, man, Marvel. I think Marvel's doing it.
Trash,
man.
dog. You try to say, yeah, nigga, Natalie Portman. Nigga, that's my owner. We on the rider, dog. Her old ass stealing shit. Probably throw this road to somebody.
A lot of the times, though, it's just how you deliver it, though. You gotta be, you know.
I still was like, nah, hold on, nigga. They're only because that lady looked much older than Natalie Portman, dog. And I still don't think she's a good actor. Even though that Black Swan was all right. I ain't gonna lie. John Blake.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah. Fucking Marvel's doing it, man. I think I'll be interested to see what happens because I know they finished out all their phases, dog. So I think it goes into like 2020 is like their last phase or whatever. Well, we're already in phase 3 right now.
Hey, also, hold on though. Ain't Howard the Duck a Marvel character?
Yes, he is. Yes,
I ain't on the list.
Right.
But he's a Marvel character, but like
he had his own movie, nigga.
He sure
did. But he's like Blade though too. Though, you know what I mean? People didn't really.
Well, Blade's on the list. Then your point is mute, nigga. Somebody mute this man's mic.
No, I'm saying though, but I mean it's like Blade. People didn't know about it until they actually did some research.
All I'm saying is, if we're ranking all the Marvel movies, and a Marvel character had his own movie, he should be on the list, right?
Bro, this list is flawed, dog. That's the consensus thing that we all have, I think.
Okay. I thought we were saying it was flawed as far as numbers, not flawed as far as.
No, there's holes in it, bro. I mean, there's holes in it. I mean, I'm not gonna go. In other words, I wouldn't put that list up there like that.
God damn, I know that nigga was first introduced in 1973. Shit.
Who's that?
Howard the Duck.
Damn. But,
anyway, All right, we talked about it long enough.
Yeah.
We all agree it's flawed. The white man hating on Blade.
And Justice
Oh,
League, the second one, that shit's garbage, dog.
Wait a minute, nigga. Hold
Just
on,
trash,
dog.
dog.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on.
Wasted my $10, though. I
Wasted
ain't
your
like
$10.
that shit.
Hold on.
I think you want to say something, Joe. What you gonna say?
I was gonna say, the white man hating on Blade, but they put Black Panther in the top spot.
That is true. They try to make up for it. No, you know what? Sir, fuck you for calling me on my white man rage.
Inconsistent ass white man rage.
Oh, inconsistent ass white man rage. Now hold on, dog. Hold on. Is I'm trying to find this. Is Spawn? Are they DC or Marvel?
I don't know. I'll look it up. Google.
Or there might be some side. That's how I say. I'm about to be mad.
It says it's an Image comic, so unless DC bought them.
Yeah, that's a side. That's a side. That little side piece.
That's a February 13th ass comic right there.
Yeah, that's a February 13th comic, nigga. You get no love. You
better take this box of chocolates and shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. We gonna have to move on. Hey, see, I hear about this. Of course y'all did. It's on the news. This naked white man shooting on Waffle House.
I heard about it. I ain't investigate though. So you said he was naked?
Well, they said he had all he had on was a coat, nigga. He had a coat and a rifle. And then I guess I can't remember exactly when. I don't know if he before he went in or when he came out, he took his coat off, and that's when niggas realized all he had on was that coat.
Oh, so he had 2 rifles.
Yep.
Wait, aren't they still looking for him?
Fully loaded. Only one was discharged.
Right.
Hold on, dog. People died there, dog.
I'm rounding them.
Hey, it's like I'm trash, dog. And I didn't even mean it as a joke. I was trying to put out. So, you heard about? I put that post up about that white lady who went to Europe and left her kids at home.
Yeah.
And luckily, was the 10-year-old? She had 10-year-old twins that called the dad or whatever. And he came and got them. Mm-hmm. And then, like, I put it in contrast to that black woman who left her kids in the car so she can go to a job interview, but she was homeless. Mm-hmm. I said, nigga, she homeless. I said, technically, she left the kids at the house, nigga, because they living in the car.
Yes,
and somebody came and said, nigga, I'm laughing, but I hate you. I'm like, I ain't trying to make no jokes, nigga. Where am I supposed to leave them if we live in my car?
I don't know, man. You chain them up to the fucking tree outside or something.
Hey, that's the only time America really cares about some black babies when they trying to shame black women, nigga. That's the only time when America give a fuck about any brown kids. They trying to shame black women.
But now, hold on. What you say? The caucasity was that?
The caucasity, dog. The caucasity of it.
This bitch went to fucking Europe for Germany for like 11 days. It didn't bother to. No sitter, no nothing.
She stocked the fridge up and said, "Figure it out, nigga."
And what was the oldest? Like 12?
Nah, I think that. Hold on, dog. I want to say. Hold on, let me find. Let me go to the face of the book.
It's like fend for yourself. I'm going to eat Wiener Schnitzels.
Nah, that bitch was taking pictures, nigga. She was taking selfies, nigga.
All right. She could have brought a kid with her and had a motherfucker take pictures down. They're taking all the selfies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, that's crazy, man. Who does that shit?
Hold on. Oh shit, excuse me.
Wait, but aren't they still looking for this man?
Who? Nah, they took him into custody, bro. A black man with his bare black hands wrestled the gun from that white man.
The strength of black people.
The strength of black people.
Super strength.
Super. He uses extra muscles, nigga.
That's probably the first Captain America.
Hell.
Right.
There you go.
Hold on, dog. Damn, dog, where my shit at, dog? All I'm getting is this fucking post, and I put up this pictures of these cars. That American mobile. Y'all don't know about that.
Right. The Manifest Destiny Mobile.
Manifest Destiny mobile, dog. This dude's pops gave it to him. As a present. I said, you know what? You can't really be mad. I mean, it's a free car, so you gotta accept it as is, dog. You can't really talk shit.
Mm-mm.
Say 4 kids under 12, dog. So like I said, I think she had twins who were 10.
Yeah. Yeah. That's off the chain.
That left her. Damn it. No. Why is it under 12? But in here it says ages 6 to 12. Okay, so I guess they were 12. Home alone for 11 days while she vacationed in Europe.
Well, I mean, the kid. I don't think the kids stayed home for 11. I think they called dad.
No. The
on
dad.
day one.
Like 24 hours later. But the fact was, she meant to leave them there.
Yeah. Like, you got to hate your fucking ex to say, I'm going out of town, but I don't want you to pick up the kids. I'm gonna leave their ass here. You got to,
Hold on, dog. I ain't read all this shit.
I'm gonna leave my 6-year-old at home with the 10 and 12-year-olds and let them fend for themselves. But I ain't calling the fucking dad because that's worse.
Fuck him. Hold on, dog. You hear this part? According to the criminal complaint, Mackey left an unloaded Glock 9mm handgun on top of the dresser next to 2 magazines, one fully loaded and one partially loaded.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of Lord of the Flies type of shit is this, dog?
And man, they home alone. They gotta protect themselves, man. You know, this is Trump's America. Second Amendment.
Dog, she out here living her best white woman life ever, dog. She posing over bridges, nigga. Not a care in the world, dog. Who taking the picture? That's what I want to know. What worthless ass motherfucker who knows she let them kids at home. So let me and you go out of town. I'll be like, oh yeah, man. So blah blah blah. And you like, yeah, man. I let the girls at home. Oh, with your wife? Nah, she out of town too.
No. Yeah.
Say what now? You left your daughters at home by themselves, nigga.
I left a revolver upstairs for them.
I mean,
what you want me to do?
I left the motherfucking 40, the Glock 40 upstairs, nigga, with at least 19 rounds of ammunition.
Shit, that'd be cool.
Hey, you know what? That's some old broke ass bitch shit though. Why only one magazine was halfway loaded?
Cause she already been bucking, man. You know what I'm saying? She let niggas have it before she left.
Man, she ain't shit, dog. She ain't shit. Fuck her, nigga. Fuck her, man. No, she got 2 years probation. Probation. Meanwhile, hold on, dog. Where my shit at? Meanwhile, this homeless black woman, the one that I was not trying to make a joke of, who my friend pointed out that it was funny that I said she left her kids at home, basically. Hold on, left her car, the kids at. It was 71 degrees. AC was on.
Yeah.
Man, dog. How much time did she get, dog? Did she get, will not drop charges. Man, they ain't tell how much time she got. She got some time, though, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy, dog. This bitch meant to leave her kids at home. I'm going to Europe. Anyway.
She crossed an ocean.
Nigga,
this motherfucker crossed the damn parking lot to go to work, tried to get a job, and got the kids snatched. This bitch left and went across the ocean.
Yeah. This shit was back from October too. So,
it was.
So
but they finally said she ain't getting no time, nigga. After she went to court, went to trial. Take that shit to trial. She went to trial, nigga.
Now she lost custody, of course, right?
Yeah.
Man,
what?
No, I wouldn't even.
No.
She had to lose custody, bro. She had to lose custody.
But the husband had some issues too, though.
But I mean, it was multiple fathers though, wasn't it?
Hey man, hey, forget that, dog. Let's not give this lady too much shine, man. Fuck that. All I
Hold
know
on.
is, hey, Winston, if
Police
you leave your
police
kids, dog, if
have
you leave your
said
kids,
Mackie. Hold on, dog. Hold on.
come on,
Police have
man.
said Mackie tried but failed to make child care arrangements for her kid. She tried. She tried. Man, oh nigga.
No,
Okay, wait a
here it
minute.
says that she
No,
made no arrangement for child care.
oh, they said she tried,
Yeah,
but she didn't make
she
one. She
attempted.
tried. She
It
said she
fell through.
tried but failed.
So I'm at
She picked up the phone but didn't dial anything.
I guess,
Right.
dog. So I guess the dad has a no contact order.
Dog. You know what though? I don't blame her. I don't blame her anymore. I blame the
Oh no
airline.
no no
I
no
blame
no
the
no. That's
airline, dog. Because some of these
No,
refund
I need to hear
policies,
this.
man.
I need to hear this. I need
no
to
no.
hear
There's a
this.
no contact order now pertaining to her
I
four
don't blame
children.
her. I blame the airline. The refund policies are ridiculous sometimes, though. You
That's
could be
what it is.
dying in your deathbed with cancer and shit, and they
Okay, I
still
feel we don't
won't. And they
we don't
still
want to
won't give
blame
you
the
your money
victims,
back,
nigga.
dog.
Is that what we doing
Right.
now?
Right. Right.
I put that shit on the airline. Fuck it.
The
Next topic.
faceless travel agency, man. That's
Hey,
the
hold
get
on.
it.
I'll be
Hey
right back.
man,
Hold on, gotta talk it out.
I remember I bought we bought my mom a plane ticket. Speaking of that shit, we bought her a plane ticket, right? And we went to the Delta, putting them on blast, and we bought the insurance. The one time I buy the insurance, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because my mom has bad health, so we don't. It's iffy if she could fly or sometimes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And on their policy, I read the policy. You know, if it's like due to a medical condition or some shit like that, you know what I mean. It can't just be just cause, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so she called me like about 2 weeks out, and she said, "Hey, I'm not gonna be able to make it. I gotta go get this other treatment, this and that." I was like, "Okay, that's fine. You know, I'll call the doctor's office. I'll get a report from him saying that you need to be on here or whatever." And usually it should be enough, right, man? I was fighting for like about a month and a half, fighting with not Delta, but it's the insurance company that they go through or whatever that actually is the one. But then, and then I battled with them, sent them the documents that they needed, because then they came back saying, "Oh, we need this form to be filled out," and I was like, "All right, I'll get that one." Finally, I reached out to Delta and I said, "Hey, listen, I don't want the money back. I just want to be able to use this as credit." He's like, "No, sir, we'll give your money back. We don't understand why there's a secondary company is giving you this hard time. They actually gave me a credit to use, like it was like a year and a half to use it, and then they reimbursed me like the flight, obviously not the taxes, but." And not the insurance policy, that like $45 for the insurance, but they refunded me like the $199 or whatever.
Yeah.
But that shit took like an hour, like a month and a half almost. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I have the time to do
them
that
insurance
shit.
companies don't make money by paying out, bro. They try to find any way they can to hold on to their coins, man.
Yeah, and then the shit about it is like even if they do give you like your money back, it's usually not in cash. It's usually like a credit for you to use, and that credit expires. And I'm like, what? At least Delta, they said like theirs wouldn't expire. I mean, if I use it in a year and a half or a year, then I'll be good. But maybe like after like a year and a half, I'll lose like a penny every month that it goes by. You know what I mean, or some shit like that. But I'm like, man. But anyway, yeah, I'm on record. I'll blame the refund policy of the airline. I would have left my kids. I would have left my kids by themselves.
Nigga, you would have came home to a motherfucking punch in the face, nigga.
You see. See, that's the same thing I would have said. We giving him too much shine, dog. If you, Winston, dog, didn't I text you like a couple weeks ago and I said, hey, if when you were gone, I was like, hey, if she needs a little extra help or whatever, and she's in town, Maury's in town, like, we'll help her out, you know what I mean? Or if I need to bring him up or something, I offered that, you know what I mean? I'd be damned, dog, if I hear something about your kids not having anything, dog.
Cause they gonna happen, nigga.
Huh?
Shit, wish a motherfucker would. Hey, but speaking of, we just talked about Waffle House, dog, but straight from the files of niggas need to stop going to Waffle House, and white people don't want us out in public. White Alabama cops called out for pulling clothes off black Waffle House customer during early morning arrest. Could you guess the reason why they felt the need to come and put their hands on this black woman? Somebody just guess the reason.
She was
Well,
white.
I don't know anything about that, but I tell you what, Starbucks is on that bullshit too, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They're that
Like,
bullshit too.
Wait, but hold on. But is it Starbucks or is it?
No, this is what I'm talking about now. Waffle House. So we talking about them both, but I want some. Just guess the reason why. First of all, why the police were called.
walking around while black. I don't know.
Wait, read
Because
the
she
headline again. Read the headline again.
Because white Alabama cops called out for pulling clothes off a black Waffle House customer during early morning arrest.
All right. First of all, what news outlet are you using?
This is Raw story.
Because
As far as this
they
report,
emphasize white cops
but
coming in. So,
but I seen a few headlines that had the same thing.
okay. So why was the cops called to a Waffle House for a lady?
Why do you think? And then what would make them think that, okay, now that we're here, we need to throw this woman to the floor. Not only that, we need to pull her clothes off of her to embarrass her more.
She wouldn't. I don't have anything.
She was arguing with the waitress about the extra charge for plastic silverware.
Was she white?
The waitress, I believe so. They don't specify that in there.
What about the patron? The one that he
The patron was black. The black woman was arguing with the waitress about the extra charge, and she stated, "Well, I've been here before, and they never charged me because I requested plastic utensils instead of."
She don't want to eat their nasty ass metal one off.
Yeah.
Right. I see.
So the Waffle House employee called the police, who then came and decided that we got to arrest this black woman.
So did the black woman did she go into like her the quote unquote black women rage?
They don't say that.
You know, I don't know, dog. I'm stumped. Sism though. But why you know? But again, the Waffle House, that should be expected. Like, you know, you don't get like the you don't get like you know what I'm saying? Like, no, hold on. Hear me out though. You don't. I know it sounds bad. It sounds horrible, but
it sounds real bad, nigga.
Any given weekend, you go to Waffle House, you get naked women getting stomped by police and naked dudes coming in shooting, man.
Coming in and shooting you, nigga. What do you expect?
It's Waffle House. What the fuck?
This ain't Chris Bruce. This ain't Chris Bruce, nigga.
Look, I've been in Waffle House in the quote unquote after hours. I've never really been in there between 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. So I don't know what happens, what kind of client.
Nigga, what you be doing? What's fucking Waffle House like when you go in there after hours? What the fuck?
That's when I usually go to the Waffle House if I go to one.
I'm saying what they doing when you walk in there, man.
After you finish moving that coca,
the cocaine.
Cocaine.
No, I mean, everybody.
I got to. Oh, like I'm so very hungry. I have been moving the bricks, my friend.
I mean, everybody's usually drunk, you know, wilding out, act like loud and whatnot. But I mean, everybody's in on it. You know what I mean? Even as like the Waffles I've been at, the staff is like, you know, yelling at each other and shit. You know what I mean? But I don't know what happens between 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. though. I don't know what happens with those hours.
No, she was there. I think they were there. They went early morning, meaning they were there like after 12 o'clock.
I don't know. I mean, that's a sism though. I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
I'm about to say with Starbucks though, man. What fucks up with that shit? Like, brother came in. I guess they had a meeting. You know, everybody go to Starbucks to have meetings. He was about 10 minutes early for the meeting. He asked where the restroom was, and they was like, "Nope, only paying customers." And so in that 10 minutes, they had the police come walk him up out there for a bit. And then they had to shut down like half the fucking Starbucks in the country.
It's 8,000. You're gonna have racial bias training or whatever the fuck. But they said that from the time they got there, they're saying it was less than 10 minutes that lady called the police.
That's crazy, man.
Going by going by the operator report, and then then after that, they had another incident where a black dude went in. Who said, I mean, I can go by what he said. He said he was going to buy something, but he wanted to go to the restroom first and ask for the bathroom code, and they told him the same thing, only paying customers. And then he says that either I don't know some white dude asked, or he came out of the bathroom and said, "Did you pay?" And he asked him, "Did you have to pay for something?" And the white dude was like, "No."
Mm.
I mean, but the thing is, it's like the thing is when my white friends tell me about this shit or when I read on the news, it's like niggas ain't surprised. It's like, yeah, that's been happening to us for years. But because of social media, cameras, and all this other shit, you're not like Dave Chappelle said that his little skit was like, "Honey, look at this. I guess the police have been beating Negroes like flapjacks." You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, nigga, we've been getting fucked up for years, and it's just y'all just now understanding like we can't all be lying. Every nigga, true. There are some, but it's like there's white people, Mexican people, like any people who lie about their running with the police. All these niggas can't be lying about they running with the police. There's gonna be a few who exaggerate to a certain extent, but all these niggas can't be lying that this motherfucker pulled me over, called me boy, said I was rude, threw me on the ground, like pulled me out of my Ford Explorer because he said the way I was backing into my mama's driveway looked suspicious, which happened to me.
The shit that killed me though is that with the advent of these cameras getting out here and we seeing the foul shit that goes down with police officers, they still not making no real indictments. Like
niggas get paid leave or they get fired and go get hired at another police department.
Yeah. That's just crazy, man. I don't get that at all.
The one thing I would say, I mean, about the Starbucks incident, I mean, yeah, you're right. I mean, I guess to me, what was more shocking is not the actual headlines, but when I started reading the articles and then the details actually coming out, it's like, I wouldn't say that I was shocked or anything like that, but I was just kind of more disturbed by the fact that, we're supposed to be in this like age of like, easy access, fast access or whatever. And we know, I mean, it's known that there's racism or prejudices are going on. I mean, and then you hear about the details and all they were doing is just sitting down. They told the person, they told the person that ran the manager or whatever, waiting on somebody else. I mean, regardless of how these guys responded to the lady's inquiry or whatever, it doesn't matter. I mean, because I know sometimes the way you respond to somebody, they may take offense or whatever. Then you may trigger their emotions and shit. But regardless of how you respond, I mean, they're waiting on somebody else. These are potential customers, not necessarily identified as customers already. I mean, you're supposed to cater to them, and for somebody to go ahead and singling them out. I mean, I know Starbucks, they circle around the word, unconscious bias by this lady. I mean, whatever, call it whatever you want to call it. I mean, at the end of the day, she acted on her judgment, on her prejudice, and that's not safe. That to me, that's the shit that like really bothers me the most. You know what I mean? Besides the fact of the cops being called, but the cops are being called for, and they're actually doing what they're there for. You know what I mean? I don't buy this shit about serve and protect anymore. I think people, with the cops, regardless of who you are, I think the cops are there. If they call the cops or whatever, they're gonna be, and if you respond to them in a different manner or in an arbitrary manner or whatever, you could be you could have the best behavior. Even the guys, when they were put in handcuffs or were gonna be put in they weren't arguing, they weren't pushing back or anything. They still got treated like they were fucking criminals without even being,
right. But this happens. But this continues to happen to people of color more than anyone. I mean, I say people of color, people like me, people that like you, like Joe, his brother, my children, whoever. Brown people than white people, dog. It continues to happen. You can't make me believe that if she had a call and it had been two 20-some-year-old blonde-haired white chicks sitting up in there, the cops would have came in there. Hey, so what's going on? No problem. It would have been a nice civil fucking discussion. You can't make me believe anything else.
No,
I'm sorry.
The cops wouldn't have been called.
I'm saying, even if it had gotten to that point where they had been called, you can't make me believe that it would have been nothing more than a civil discussion and then being nicely asked either to leave or to say, okay, we were just checking in to make sure everything was all right. You can't make me believe anything else. People who talk to me about that, I'm like, I don't believe you, dog. You're not being honest.
It wouldn't have been. I mean, because if that was the case, if that would have been the case, the moment that the guys responded with, "Hey, we're waiting on somebody else," you know, that should have been the end of it, and it wasn't. You know what I mean? And you're right. I mean, I agree with you, but I think the cops wouldn't have been called if it was two blonde, blue-eyed, you know, light skin.
No. I'm saying I don't believe so either. And history has shown 9 times out of 10 it wouldn't have been called. But I'm saying even if it had gotten to that point, it would have been a civil discussion, not people being put in handcuffs.
Well, yeah, of course. I mean,